I saw today a story about a woman from Florida who visited a plastic surgeon to get a third breast installed.
What?
Okay, installed.
I don't know what word
car.
to use.
Now, is it like Total Recall or across the front?
Your
Or
dream, your 25-year dream of Total Recall, the three-breasted woman,
My God.
has finally come true.
Well, I like it. Was it Married with Children? Al Bundy.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Why?
That can't be real.
Interesting.
There's video that she has as well.
No.
What if you're
That
into
has
that,
to be
though?
like a viral thing for like Total Recall 2 or some bullshit.
No.
Like, there's no way that's real.
There's got to be. I mean, people have like, what was it? Someone grew a penis on their arm, and that was for science because they were actually trying to.
Now,
Hey, baby, let me fuck you with my elbow today.
now, did he get that implanted or he fucking grew it?
No, it was.
Did he plant some seeds on his elbow? Like
No, he
penis seeds?
accidentally didn't wipe the jizz off of his elbow. And it's ruining your dick.
And then his wife was like, honey, take care of that. And he's like, I am taking care
No,
of
he's
it.
like, yeah, I am.
I'm growing this out. This is history in the making.
That'd be really
Where
awkward
was the
too.
guy with penis arms?
Gus just invented a new kind of porn, I think.
I think it was like in relation to stem cell research or something, but it was like testing if you could grow something else on
So
another
some
part
guy
of the
said
body.
dick on the arm,
Yeah.
obviously.
I swear this exists.
How
Someone
many
look it up.
times is there like a horrific wood chipper accident and the penis is ripped off of your arm? But now we can.
I was playing
Thank God.
basketball and now
Science,
it's
we can put
gone.
it back. Yeah.
We have the technology. We
Yeah.
can do it. Has science gone too far? It's like one of those little banner ads you see on the internet.
Can, but should we?
Has science gone too far? Yes. Yes, science has
Absolutely.
gone too far. in
Well,
this
if we
case.
have the three-breasted woman, can we get the one-breasted woman like in Kung Pao? Because I want
Oh,
that. Yeah,
right,
that
yeah.
should be next. I want that.
I'm sure
You
top
can't
men
have it.
Are working on it.
I want to motorboat one boob, just one.
Can you? You can't.
Yeah, probably. If you like shove one out of the way, you're like, just do this one. Don't worry about the right. Leave righty alone.
Well, you just said there's only one.
Yeah.
So what would you be shoving out of the way?
I was talking about.
confused.
Sorry, I thought Gus was talking about
No,
just
I mean,
normal
like, you
people.
can't-
Can you motorboat? Is that real?
Can we get a
fuck are
chart,
you
maybe
talking
some
about?
diagrams? Like,
We need a demonstration.
Figure I should go
Somebody
through
in
the
a white
technique.
coat needs to be out here pointing.
If you see here, if the breasts spread to this trajectory, you can insert your face.
geometry and whatnot.
I missed the podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You've
everybody.
been gone for like, what,
It's good
3
to be
weeks
back.
now? Or?
I was gone 2 weeks. It's the longest time I've been away in 11 and a half years.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have a good break?
Good. Yeah. I mean, I shit you know, I didn't do anything. I played Destiny the whole time.
That's
And
a break, man.
I also, a few podcasts ago, I talked about how I had some neighbors who lived like a little down from me who did not have curtains on their bedroom window, and I saw them naked a couple of times during my vacation.
See, you
they
said
finally put curtains
Yeah.
up, so I'm glad about that.
I'm glad too because
Just
it
you
makes
were
you sound like a
standing there
creeper.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's like
Right?
it's like
I
I
see
would
you.
get up to walk my dogs in the morning, and it's like, you know, my dogs do their business. I pick it up, I go to the trash can, I throw it away, and I'm like, oh, cool, there's dude's butthole. First thing in the morning, I'm like,
Boom.
haven't had my coffee yet, but I've seen a butthole today.
Wake you right up.
It's
Yeah.
rising with the sun. Good Lord.
The sun's kind of brown and has stink lines above it today.
Pollution, you know.
Now, did they just move in or something? Or
For like a month.
really?
Yeah.
Man.
It's an inconvenient truth, guys.
But yeah, so I had that go on. I had dinner a couple weeks ago for my, it's my 8th anniversary. So on my anniversary, I went and I had dinner at Uchiko.
Nice.
And I was sitting down with my wife, and then this couple walked in, and I had my back to the door. My wife was watching them walk in, and she looked at them. She goes, "Those people are somebody." And I turned, and I looked at them, and I was like, "Who is it?" She goes, "That guy. He's like a tennis player or something." And I think it's like, "Oh, that's Andy Roddick."
Oh,
What?
nice.
Whoa.
And
Awesome.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's cool." And she's like, "And who's that woman he's with?" I was like, "Oh, that's Brooklyn Decker."
Wow.
And
All right.
they came and they sat like in the booth right next to us, and it was really weird, like the whole night, because it was like,
That's fantastic.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
Did
Do you
you
think they were like, that's Gus and
like,
Esther
well, no,
right there?
no, it's funny, like you see someone like Brooklyn Decker in person, like that woman is really beautiful. That's obviously like someone, like she does something. None of us would ever be recognized like that. It's
yeah,
not like
yeah.
that guy's really handsome.
That guy's
He
really-
must do something.
He's dressed like
Clearly.
an asshole. This is a really nice place.
He's got a
I wonder
Penny
if he's
Arcade
important.
shirt on. He
Yeah.
must be somebody.
Why is he wearing a lanyard?
you know Roddick lives here in Austin, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw that the animated adventure finally came out of us and our bathroom encounter.
It was accurate, very accurate. People ask me too. They're like, what was the no? Were you like guest starring it like no, like Darth Vader? I'm like, kind of, and half like, no God, please, why is this happening right now? I wish I
more
were
sad
dead.
than anything.
Yeah, I know. I was sad that moment had happened. Like I finally had someone walk in on me because I walked in on Chris before and saw Chris side ass.
Oh, really?
But that was it. Yeah. Now I was the side ass.
Damaris?
Yeah,
He's got a good butt.
it was okay. It's
Oh,
kind of
really?
pasty.
Wait,
Yeah.
where the hell are
Oh,
you
shit.
walking in on each other?
It was probably at the.
Mine was the annex.
the annex.
Oh,
the
okay.
toilets to the side.
Oh.
Like when you walk in, if someone's sitting, you'd see their left side.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't there
all
a
right.
lock on that door? I
Yeah,
mean,
no shit.
There was. Chris didn't use it.
neither did you.
Well, she
okay.
did.
Yeah.
The lock, when you were inside, you thought it locked, but it didn't actually go all the way into activate the
Oh, you
mechanism.
weren't secure, dude. If my pants are coming off, I will fiddle with
Yeah,
that
no
lock
shit,
for
man.
20
You-
seconds.
you check.
I was at a car dealership the other day. I had to take my father-in-law's car to the dealership to get some work done. And when you go into the stall and you lock the door, the outside door handle illuminates red. There is
Nice.
a light bulb in the fucking door
Nice.
handle. So when you lock it, it's red.
Wow,
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
technology.
That's the ultimate, like,
We should get an on-air light for the toilet, but be like on pot. That's it. On the pot. Yeah,
on pot. It'd be a green
On
light.
bowl.
It would look like a leaf.
that's a different light.
Man, speaking of which, I haven't
Speaking of which,
I haven't been
what have you
on
been doing the 2 weeks
Go
you
on.
were off?
I haven't been on the podcast since before PAX.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Washington State for PAX, where
Seattle.
weed is legal. That is
Recreational marijuana
It is
is
like
legal.
going to another country. Like I picked up a newspaper, like they have their version of the Austin Chronicle, right? So I think they call it The Stranger. And you look at the back page, and it's just pot delivery services. Not like all of them are just like, they're just like competing with each other
Yeah.
about what they can
Did
bring.
you have
out.
any that you'd recommend, like that were better than the others? Or?
Please
So
rate
because
them
apparently there's only
appropriately.
one place in Seattle where you can actually go to and legally buy marijuana. But
Really?
apparently since there's only one place, it's always empty.
Oh.
Like they always sell all their
Their
shit
supply's
immediately.
gone, yeah.
Yeah, so like now there's like this gray market delivery service stuff
Okay.
that's popped up.
Gotta flood the market.
Yeah. So it's really, really
So
weird.
can
You
I
see it
invest in
everywhere.
that one place just to make a boatload of money?
You'd be constrained because you don't have enough supply. But at
Boosh.
one point, I was at an intersection. There was a red light. I was waiting to cross it. This car pulled up to the red light, stopped, and this dude pulled up this giant, massive bong, and just took like the biggest hit out of it. While he was sitting there at the red light, and put it, and then like it just disappeared back down. I was like, that guy's
fucking
awesome.
intense.
It's a feature of the car,
Bong
actually.
while you're
I
driving.
don't
Jesus.
think that's legal. I don't
Yeah,
think you
I
should have been
imagine
doing
it's
that.
not. That's like the
That's awful.
like
Jesus.
being legal. That's like the equivalent of someone like with a crock pot in their front seat. Like they sell those. They sell crock pots that you can plug into your cigarette lighter.
That sounds like a horrible
yeah,
idea.
so it's
Hot
like
oil?
Yeah, it's like keep it warm while you're going to a party or some shit
Jesus
like that.
Christ.
Like that's the equivalent to me
Yeah.
of like, dude, can I get like an electric bong for my car? Because pulling over and stopping is just too much trouble. Like I know it's legal, but I want to smoke my bong while I'm driving.
You're just putting into the cigarette lighter.
He's gonna get like a fucking bong hat or something. Somehow like put the weed in the fucking helmet.
I'd want
Just,
an
like, get
extra
the tube.
button for that to push and have it like come out from the floorboard, like bong is ready.
Or
Would you
could
like
do
to
like
take a
maybe you
hit?
could do like an airline, like have a mask drop. Like,
Oh yeah.
You take a hit and then you throw it back
If the
up.
pressure reduces in the car, please take a hit of the bong.
If you
you're
get
ang-
too sober, the mask will automatically deploy.
If your anxiety is increasing, please. So I mean,
This
how
traffic's freaking
was
me out, man?
how was Seattle? I mean, how did that affect the city? I mean, aside from
No,
mean-
not at all.
But I mean, like, so you just kind of see it out. I mean, are people smoking in public
think,
or?
I think legally you're not supposed to like smoke it on the street.
Okay.
But I mean, the whole city smells like weed now.
Oh, really?
Like you're just walking down the street and you're like,
It smells great.
Oh, that person, like you can see like people with joints and
Yeah.
like even homeless dudes are like, hey, do you have any weed? Like they're not asking for money anymore. They're just like, do you have a joint?
Like, just go right to the source. Like, I
No.
want money for weed. Now I can just ask straight for weed.
I appreciate your honesty, sir.
Yeah, and no, I'll not.
If I have like a frozen margarita, I get tummy aches because it's so sweet. I'm
It's-
like,
yeah, it's
I
weird,
can't
like-
handle. Like I can drink like 50 beers. I can drink hard liquor. I drink a strawberry margarita, and I'm like, I get a tummy ache. It hurts.
You know what's funny is over the break. I know it's not funny. I don't know why I said that. Over the break, I
This
started
is not a funny situation
I
at
started
all.
watching House of
Hilarious.
Cards,
Uh-huh.
and like just watching that show, I was like, man, I want to start drinking whiskey again. So like, I like paused the show, went to the liquor store, and just like bought whiskey and just like
Nice.
sit there, like anytime I watch it, and
See,
just
like,
drink whiskey.
I love margaritas and daiquiris. I can drink that no problem. But usually, if it's like hard liquor, I can't do it alone. Like whiskey by itself, nah, fuck that. I could do a whiskey sour. That's fine. But ugh, I had a friend in college who drank scotch all the time. Same thing. Disgusting. I want no part of it.
I'm not a Scotch fan. I'll drink whiskey and bourbon, but I can't do Scotch. You know, it's funny. Again, I'm saying it's funny. I don't know why I keep saying that. One time,
hilarious.
years ago,
This is a serious podcast.
Jeff and I used to have this thing where we wanted to try to go to every bar in Austin. Like any place that sold liquor, we were going to go to. And we've been to tons of them. There used to be a place downtown on 6th Street called the Daiquiri Factory.
Oh yeah.
And they just had like walls of daiquiri machines. You get all different kinds.
Where did it go? Why?
It became Cheers, I think, the shot bar, right?
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so one day we didn't want to go there. We're like, we have to go. We're going to go into every bar. Let's go into Daiquiri Factory. We'll have one drink and we'll leave. So we walk into the Daiquiri Factory and we sit down, and a waitress comes over to take our order, and we tell her, whatever, stupid daiquiris.
Yeah.
And she leaves, and then another waitress comes to take our order, and we say, oh, no, we already ordered with the first one. She's like, oh, okay. Then, the second waitress comes back with our drinks instead of the first one. We're like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh, yeah, this is my table. I was like, oh, we like you much better. That other waitress was talking shit about you ananyway. She was like, what? Yeah, she was saying some shit about you, and like we started making something up, and she was like, that bitch. She had like her little tray, she like slammed it down on the ground and like ran into the back of the bar. We're like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
What have you done?
Like it was just like
Let's chuck these daiquiris and run.
Just like an innocent joke, and like apparently there was some shit going on between them.
Woof.
Because she was pissed off. She got
That's
pretty
awesome.
fucking mad.
Have you guys had any unfortunate hot tub experiences?
Pass me another one of those.
I don't know. I don't
Not
think
really.
so. I have a lot of hot tub experiences. It's so fucking hot in Texas. You don't usually get in a hot tub.
Oh, these are like little beers. These are
Yeah,
like
the little
babies.
bits.
Yeah, we got baby Coronas.
do we have
tonight.
a-
Baby beers.
Petitos.
I got
here I go.
really drunk in a hot tub years ago.
Gus, you're not supposed to drink in them.
I know.
That's on the side. It's the rules.
It was years ago when we went to Sundance. It's the time that I peed on that snowman. I don't know if you know that story.
I'll just go with it.
Which time, Gus?
Okay,
Come on.
I'll tell
I know
the
this
whole
story.
story, but let me start with the hot tub.
Okay.
So we went out to Sundance, and it's a really small town, so you have to like stay at someone's condo, kind of like Airbnb or HomeAway. So we rented a condo, and a bunch of people were staying there, like 15 of us in this like little 3-bedroom condo. And in the condo complex, there was a hot tub. So and it's January in a ski resort, so there's tons of snow everywhere. And I was like, it'd be awesome to go out, in this freezing cold weather and just get in the hot tub and drink a bottle of vodka.
Yep.
So I did that, and I went out, got in the hot tub.
Bottle?
And I drank a bottle of vodka.
Christ.
Good lord.
And I got really, really fucked up.
Really?
No.
And like to the point
Don't
where
say.
the hot tub wasn't very far from the condo. It was maybe 50 feet. And I couldn't walk it. I couldn't make it. And like along the way, someone had made a snowman. And I really needed to pee really bad. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I was drunk. I unzipped my pants and just started pissing all over the snowman. And like about when I'm halfway through, the person who made the snowman came out of their condo. And they were like, what are you doing? I made that. And they were like, what did she say? She said, I created. All you could do is stand there and destroy it. I said, I'm the destroyer. And I was just like peeing all over her snowman.
Who the fuck comes outside, sees a drunk ass dude pissing on a snowman, and their reaction is, how dare you? I created that. You're not like, this guy's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I would be like, whatever, dude. Bang it. Just stay. I'm going back inside.
Yeah.
I went back to the condo, threw up on the wall, locked the
Nice.
bathroom door, and passed out in the bathroom.
That's so fortunate. He could have taken off his hat and thrown up in it and put it back on his head.
I woke up the next
Shoved the
morning.
carrot up his ass.
I woke up in the middle of the night. I went out to the couch in the living room, passed out on the couch, and I woke up at 7 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. because I could hear the "You spin me right round," and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I opened my eyes, and David Zellner had a laptop with meat spin in front of me.
Yes.
Nice.
And I was like, "Awesome!" Thank
fantastic.
you.
Way to wake up.
I'm
Then
blocked
you're
out of my
gone.
apartment the
Yeah, I
entire
did that.
night.
I got out of a pool. I got to the top step and realized, I can't walk. So I crawled. And then, so I looked, and my friend's just looking at me laughing. It was his house, and so he's looking at me laughing. I'm like, where can I throw up? And he just pointed away. And I crawled on his grass as far as I could. Then I started vomiting. And then his little dog, he had a little chihuahua named Jellybean,
no.
ran up and got next to me, and I was like, Jellybean, no, look away, Jellybean.
Are you sure the dog was real? Jelly bean, no jelly bean.
They're
What
like,
the
man,
fuck is
Jack is fucked up.
I guess he wants jelly beans. Should we go get him?
We need jelly bean stat.
Just
And
like,
then they
friend
throw
was
me,
right
they
there,
threw
he's
me in their
petting
guest room, and then I remember waking up the next afternoon, or like the next day, midday, and I was like, what happened? And like, you were gone.
Well, even on that RTA story, when I blocked Michael out of the apartment, I've told Michael this, but I was like, the part that they left out too is like I was so drunk that I realized like I usually am aware of myself enough to be like, I'm way too wasted. I need to get myself home or in a bed or something. Can't be here any longer. So I reached that point in the pool, and they're all still hanging out, partying, having fun. And I was like, I have to go. I'm gonna go, but I didn't want to make it weird and be the person who's like, I'm too drunk to handle myself. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm leaving the part of the pool. I opened the gate and I threw up. But because I was so determined to get back, I was like, no. And I just shoved it back into my mouth and kept going. Yep.
Oh.
Did you swallow or did you hold it in your mouth?
No, I held it in my mouth until I went home. I was like, no, not here.
It's
not
like
now.
it's like a 2-minute walk.
Just spit it out. There's got to be bushes around.
Grass
Your neighbors are
everywhere.
like, hey,
It's
Lindsay.
all grass.
Your neighbors are like, hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Like,
It's good. It's good.
She's holding it in her mouth next to the grass that's littered with dog shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
People don't
No.
pick up.
Don't wanna
She's like,
ruin that
don't wanna
perfectly good
vomit
grass.
on the dog shit.
I just didn't want them to see and judge
yeah,
me.
it's more perception.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. God
Oh,
forbid,
keep
people,
cool.
Gavin and I judged you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stumbling all
The
over the place, but damn it, I'm not throwing
Perfect
up.
example of high class.
Yeah, you're
There
stumble
was-
drunk, not puke drunk.
There was there's some video. I can't remember who filmed it. You filmed it or Barbara filmed it or something. There's one day where we're just like so absolutely drunk at the pool. I like barely remember it. And Gavin and I are having a conversation, and like I'm standing talking to him and practically like falling over while I'm just standing because must have been like drying off after we got out of the pool, and we're talking about something or whatever, and he either does it to me first, I do it to him, I can't remember. But one of us is just like, shut up, and they just pour like a cup of beer all over the other one's head. I think he did it to me first. I can't remember. Yeah. He was just like, shut up, Michael, and I was just like, all right. So then I was talking to him, and then like another 30 seconds later, I was like, you bitch, and then I poured all over him, and he's just sitting there like this, like slouching, getting beer poured all over him, just going like, no, what are you doing? And like I'm watching it like the next day, and we look like fucking man babies. We look like we're like 3 years old. Like you do it, no you. And whoever's filming us is like, yeah, they're pretty fucked up right now. Like
I think it was
little
Andrew.
drunk.
It
Yeah.
was bad.
I think in that same video, I'm trying to tell Barbara's story, and it's just they're not
The
words.
conversation,
They're
by
not
the way,
English.
what we were arguing about, I'm pretty sure we got into an argument, and that's why like we threw the beer at each other, was we were talking about pre-cum. If I'm not mistaken, that was the conversation.
It's a heated topic.
It
so-
was. we were discussing the difference in if there's a thing between pre-cum and post-cum. And this was the argument
Weigh in,
that
go.
came up.
Gus and Jack.
Oh, no.
Is there a difference?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
I mean, it's the same thing, but my point is like
Is
you
the
have
timing
pre-cum when
different?
you're like about to go, because that's what it does to like clean out the pipes and make sure it's all ready for delivery of baby. That's the whole point. That's what the human body does. But then after you're done, it's like, cool. And then like 3 minutes go by, and then you get dribble, and then it's like where like the rest comes out to clean it out next time. And
That's
I'm
the
just
noise
like,
it makes,
That's
actually.
like the post of it. It's the same thing, but it's afterwards. So I was arguing with Gavin, like, yeah, but it's more like post cum. He's like, it's not though. It isn't.
So,
and
I'm,
we're
I'm-
like,
I'm cool with it so long as you don't pour beer on me.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
like yelling this at the pool of our complex. There's like nobody there, but
So-
we're like, it is pre-cum. No, it isn't. That's not. It's different cum.
So, Gus, you have an ad read you want to do right now?
No, wait. I got a few minutes to kill until I have to talk about something.
No, my favorite kind of drunk though is like when you're in your house and you're drinking and you become the Dr. Octopus thing, where you just grab everything to walk around. Like I had to keep myself upright, so I just grab onto anything I can,
Holding on
I like,
like
you're
walls
making
and
this
like
motion
Yeah, it
as
looks
I'm
like you're
doing it.
grabbing
Like,
a lot.
I've grabbed tits all over the place.
Where's
It's like
that?
a wall of tits.
Where's that woman with the 3 titties? Where is she?
I need extra stability.
Dude, he didn't do the tit grab, but that reminds me of Bernie. I don't know if it was New Year's. It was.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was New Year's, and he had a shitload of people at his house, and
Yeah.
he got obliterated. Like he was fucking
Oh, yeah, that was New Year's,
wasted.
yeah.
yeah.
And
Drunk Bernie is a
by
sight
the end
to
of the
see.
night, like he was just freaking out. He was like bringing up any sort of like podcast story or anything. He was screaming at his fucking cat. Like he says, like he's like, Joe the cat, I love him. Check this out. Joe, you fucking piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here! And then Joe's just like standing there. He's like, he knows I don't mean it. He knows. And then this other thing he did was he was wearing like an overcoat or just some kind of jacket, and he was. I think it started one way and then went another way, but. He at first thought he was like a vampire and then turned into he was invisible. So he kept taking the coat and just being like, you can't see me. You can't see me. And he was holding the coat up to cover his face. And he just kept running up to people going, I'm invisible. I'm invisible. And it was like 1 a.m. I was like, you are fucking gone.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. There's no way he remembered that.
Yeah, I showed up.
No way.
I showed up briefly. Had like one drink and then left. I was like, that guy's fucked up.
I do briefly remember you being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gus has experience with Drunk Bernie, so
Yeah,
I
had
can
drunk
imagine
Bernie
him.
at a party I had. I've had one party.
I was
ever.
there. I'm proud I was there for it too.
Drunk Bernie showed up. Never again. This is an animated adventure
Yeah.
from that, I think.
He's a character for sure.
Yeah.
Which
I watched him be born. He didn't show up. He was normal Bernie. The transformation happened live.
Slow
The
turn.
genesis of
Yeah.
Drunk Bernie.
have you dealt with Drunk Michael one-on-one?
I mean,
yeah,
you did have the tequila podcast.
I've met Drunk Michael before at the Tequila Podcast at New York Comic Con.
That-
I met Drunk Michael.
That was like bad Drunk Michael for sure.
You met Drunk Gus there too.
That's true. That's true. Oh, okay. That part, that was all right. That was the drunk arm wrestling.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you're a happy drunk though, right, Gus? Like
Yeah, usually.
you don't seem to be too angry. I'm a very happy drunk. When I get drunk, I'm having a good time, and I'll make sure everyone else is too.
Yeah, you're like walking around.
Yeah,
grabbing
exactly.
yeah.
You're looking at jelly beans.
Rock climbing.
But nothing's worse than like a sad drunk, where it's like they drink and it's like, oh man.
I've met many
okay.
of those where they're like they get too drunk and they start telling you about like their super life problems. You're
Or
like,
where,
oh
they,
my
where
God,
their life
wow.
went wrong.
Oh yeah, or the person they could have had or could have
so
been.
successful,
Yeah.
man. It's like, God damn it.
I've been to several parties where they're talking about the person they could have been with as the person they could have been with is like right next to me. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's
Oh my God,
awkward.
I'm so sorry
Or
about that
even worse
guy.
is like
Yeah.
the person they're with.
Yeah,
Is
basically,
that
I'm like,
person there.
Ooh, yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, so sorry. Goodness.
But
Yeah,
don't
I
be a
like-
sad drunk is the moral of this story.
I don't
Be a
think
happy
you can
drunk.
control it, can you?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I know if I drink a lot of whiskey, I normally don't, but thanks to House of Cards, I'm doing it again. If I drink whiskey, I tend to want to fight more. I get a little more riled up.
I get a little punchy. Michael
Yeah.
says I get punchy when I
She gets
get drunk.
Lindsay gets kind of mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
do you
mean
need
like
help?
unnecessary. It's more
He's
like
fine, Gus.
you know how she like she always smiling. It's just like weird. You know what I mean? It's not normal how happy she is
I'm just
all
excited
the time.
to be here.
And
Yeah.
she's always like happy about everything. Like the vinegar that we all have of like shit that pisses us off. You know, be it to even the thing of like that fucking asshole cut me off like in
Yeah.
a car. That Lindsay comes out like 1,000%. She's like, see how that fucking cunt was looking at me? And I'm just like, all right. I mean, that's our waitress, so that's why she was looking at you. It's,
Were you at the daiquiri factory?
don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I was the
She
waitress
was actually
talking
working
shit.
there. Yeah. I have to rein her in sometimes. Like, oh, okay.
Like,
Sorry.
we'll take the check now.
We will, bitch.
Have the non-cunt waitress bring it to us.
Yeah. I don't like the looks to this bitch over here.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's like whenever I see old people, I always wonder about that. Like, what kind of crazy shit was this person into? Like when they were
Yeah.
like, when they were a teenager or they were
See,
20.
like, I feel like I can say this. Sorry, family. Anyways,
I like
yeah,
that. That's a good way to start.
I know.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with it, mom and dad.
We've mentioned it before, but like there's points where like elder people, they'll say things you're like, oh my God, wow, that was so like risque or so like, ooh, that was so saucy. But like specifically one time I was hanging out with my grandmother and one of her friends, and I was just over visiting, trying to be the nice granddaughter. And she was talking to her friend about they got the Toto toilet, which is like in Japan where it like sprays you
yeah.
and stuff. It's all fancy, high tech. And she was explaining it to her friend, and her friend was just very confused. My grandmother goes, relax, it's not a sex toy, okay? It's a toilet. And I was like, what? Nani? No. Oh, don't speak about those things.
Wow, that was what you apologized
Yeah.
for in advance? Jesus
Oh, your
Christ.
grandmother uses a toilet.
Way to hype it up. She said
dare
sex
she?
toy?
Jesus, get out.
Oh my God.
My family's texting me
You're
right
disowned
now.
right
Yeah.
now.
Dare you?
Jeez.
I can't wait till like 40 or 50 years from now. You got like grandmas with like shitty butterfly tattoo tramp
Oh,
stamps.
that's gonna be
Yep.
awesome. That tribal shit over
He
the
was
back.
You have a 90-year-old woman with 3 tits.
Yeah. Nick
Man,
Schwartzen.
what kind of crazy fucking
And like,
life did she
it's
have?
like 2 were sagging and the one still like really
Still good.
It's just like an art piece at this point.
Ah,
Well, this one's only 30 years old, but these are 70 years old.
How do you think, even currently, but especially like older, how do you think that works in the water, like with the buoyancy? How does that look?
They
Do you
all float
do you
down
think
here.
With the 3 of them now, she could just like rest her drinks in front of her.
maybe.
Should be,
I don't even know. Like,
should be
yeah.
a hit at Oktoberfest.
Like, I
I'm
mean, like
thinking-
shirts and stuff aren't made for 3 boobs.
They're
right?
really
Like,
No,
not.
they're not.
Yeah,
They're
so
really not.
I'm thinking like, you know those things you put on your desk where you pull one ball back and it goes boop? Boop. That'd be her boobs.
What,
Yeah.
what about like a
they
seatbelt?
get lower. As you
Yeah.
Getting in a car, like, could she alternate which
Will you
cleavage
use-
she puts it in? Like
Or-
this one?
Gus, you
then
use
this
the
one?
3rd
Yeah.
boob. You just click it in.
Or does she go like over and
Strapped
under? It's
across
like it's like a U shape where it goes over them. You know, locks her into place a little bit safer. That could be safer.
Maybe.
So it's for good.
I'm curious just to see what the like if she, if there was any publicity about it, like if she had any statement, like what the reasoning behind that was, like
I think
what
that
her goal
the
was.
headline I read was she wanted to become more unattractive to men.
Oh,
Interesting.
Nice.
No, I didn't read any more of the story. I saw the picture. I saw the headline. I was like, I'm talking about that.
I can
feel like
almost
it
guarantee you
looks
there's,
so fake,
there's
though.
a couple people that'd be down for that.
Yeah, for heterosexual men, if you're adding a breast, that's usually a good thing. So I feel like you should have
Plus,
gone in the opposite direction.
There was a generation of prepubescent boys who watched Total Recall and saw the 3-boobed lady and have been fantasizing about it for 25 years.
Dude, they showed Total Recall at MondoCon, and they made an exclusive poster for it. It's really, really badass.
Did it have the 3-titted woman
It
on
did
it?
not.
Oh,
it was like the
The
Mars
poster was
landscape.
just a zoom in on 3 tits. That's it. And then like Arnold was like in one of the nipples.
It's like a triptych. It's actually 3 posters you have to buy and put them together to make the one big thing.
Or you can fold it together like a Mad magazine. I think I heard Lindsay snort.
I did. Sorry.
Fuck, I forgot about those.
Hey, dude, I used to fucking love Mad Magazine. It's like my favorite thing in the world was to go to the store and not pay for the magazine and hold it and ruin it. And be like, oh, sweet, I have to buy it now.
Got my rocks off. Later.